Hello friends and welcome back to the Dork side. I'm the Dork on the road, and today we're going to take a look at this Fanttik X8 tire inflator. Totally battery powered, neat little item for all of your adventure, dual sport, and other motorcycle inflation needs. I'm the Dork on the road, and I want to be your internet riding buddy, so please consider subscribing. Today's video is sponsored by Fanttik, and Fanttik sent me their brand new X8 tire inflator to test out and review for you. So this is it's a palm-sized inflator. This is completely battery powered, and you use this obviously to fill up the tires on your motorcycle or your car, or you can fill up like basketballs with it, stuff like that. So let's take a closer look at it, and then we'll put it to the test and see if it does what they claim that it does. Here's what all comes in the package. You get the box, obviously, you get the tire inflator, and then it comes with this carrying bag, and inside are some accessories. Got the USB-C cable to charge it, and a couple adapters here, including this one that you can use to fill up a basketball or a sports ball or whatever the hell it is you're using. So this thing supposedly will go up to 150 PSI, which means not only is it more than adequate for all of your motorcycle needs, but you could even use it to fill up the high pressure reservoir on a tubeless setup or something like that. It's got 4 modes. That's bicycle mode, car mode, motorcycle or scooter mode, and then ball mode. And then there's manual mode where you just set the pressure. So for motorcycle mode, I set the pressure at 26. But you can set this to anything, and then every time you go back to that mode, that's the pressure it will be set at. This thing is 5.5 by 3 by 2 inches. It doesn't weigh very much. It's pretty small. It's much smaller than, for instance, the thing I've been using, this is the compressor I've been carrying. And this plugs into the battery on the bike. You can either use clamps or you can use the SAE cable. But as you can see, this thing is quite a bit smaller than this pump. And the other thing with these compressors is you have to get the cable out and run all that. I feel like I have to run the bike whenever I'm powering it off the battery. Keep in mind, this is designed for cars. It's not designed specifically for motorcycles. So there's enough charge in here to fully inflate 4 car tires, which means you're gonna have plenty of power to fill up your tires, anyone else's tires. This is plenty for a roadside tire change. It's even easier than hauling out my big compressor here in the garage to fill up tires or check pressure. This is the kind of thing I would take with me if I were out riding, say, connecting trails. If I'm riding in muddy stuff at all, I like to lower the pressure on the DRZ, and then when I got back to the highway, I like to pump that back up, so this would be great for that. Really convenient, easy to carry. It's also got a flashlight. The light actually has 3 modes. On, this is SOS flashing if you're trying to signal for help, and then just blinking so you can set it on the ground behind you if you're doing a tire change on the side of the road, something like that at night, so that other cars can see you. Not only is that convenient for roadside use and so you can see what you're doing, but it's also saving you an item in your kit, because if this is a flashlight and a compressor, I don't have to carry a separate flashlight or a tent light or whatever. So I like multi-use items like this. So it's got the pressure gauge, obviously. When you plug this into the tire, it'll tell you what your current pressure is. And the cool thing about whatever pressure you set it to, let's just say you're in motorcycle mode and it's set to 26 PSI, I plug the hose in, get it started inflating, and it will automatically stop when it hits 26 PSI. That's what the modes are for. So you can literally set it and walk away. It's about $75, so it's not cheap, but it's not super expensive either. Considering it's something you can use on all your bikes and in your kit, and it could save you in a jam, I think it's worth considering. So let's play with it a little. I'm gonna let the air out of my KLR tires, and let's put some air and stuff and see how well it works. Let's play with it. So we're here on the ground with the KLR, and the first order of business is to let the air out of the tires. So we're gonna do that. Apologies, the KLR is dirty because I ride it all the time, and I don't clean it up because whenever I do, it just gets dirty again right away. So you're not gonna be changing tires in ideal, freshly washed bike conditions, so that's not what we're simulating here in the garage. I've hooked the inflator up to the tire. I let all the air out of the tire. As you can see, it is at 0 PSI. I've set the motorcycle mode to 26 PSI, and so it should inflate this tire to 26 PSI and then shut off. I'm gonna run a timer next to it so you can see how long it takes, and then I'll speed up the footage so you don't have to watch the whole thing in real time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There it is, 26. It automatically stopped at 26. I didn't hit the button. Just under 3 minutes to refill this rear tire to 26 PSI. I've actually done this twice now. Takes about 3 minutes both times. And as you can see, This is down a bar, but I've done it twice, first of all, and second, it wasn't fully charged. So there should be plenty of battery power for a whole trip for multiple tire changes, because again, it's designed for cars, and so we're gonna have ample space for our motorcycle needs. And before you jump in, to correct my PSI settings, technically on the rear of the KLR, it's between 21 and 36. If you look at the swing arm, 26 is right in the middle. I usually run more 30, 32, 34 when I'm fully loaded, but just for demonstration purposes, 26 PSI. This thing is a handy little item. It does the job, as you can see. I have a lot of confidence in the amount of tire refills you will get with something like this. It's nice to have an extra light in your kit. So it's got a bunch of uses, and it's small. It's not big. It is less than half the size of the compressor I'm currently carrying, and I don't have to deal with plugging this into my bike or finding a SAE connection on someone else's bike or trying to take the seat off and put the battery cables on to run it. None of that, because it's self-contained, rechargeable. Just fill it up when I get home, and it's always waiting to go with me on my next adventure. So these are about 75 bucks, as I said, and I'm pretty happy with it. This is going to be a new addition permanently to my kit. This will replace that other compressor that I've been carrying. Check it out. Big thanks to Fanttik for sending me this and for sponsoring this video. If you have any questions about the unit, I'll put a link to it in the description so you can check it out, and also, you know, just ask them in the comments and I'll tell you what I know or how it's been for me so far. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.
Excellent!